Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Throwdown for the week of November 21st, 2020. This is Luke the Big Dog Williams. I'm Caleb Black. That's our in-studio producer, the Mighty Max Fury. And it's time for Favorites. We are going to talk about some of our favorite Survivor Series matches, moments, things that have happened. Let's jump right into it.
You did roller coaster.
I'm sorry. There.
To the left.
Oh, Jesus.
To the right.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts on the neck. All right. Let's talk about Survivor Series. One of the big four, WWE's, one of their premier pay-per-views. I think actually.
Original four.
I started to say one of the original four, and it's the second big pay-per-view after WrestleMania. Like, they did WrestleMania, and then their next big one was Survivor Series, right?
No.
Was it Mania and then the Rumble?
Actually, Survivor Series was the year before SummerSlam. SummerSlam was debuted in 88.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about
You said
Rumble.
87.
Yes. The Royal Rumble did not debut as a pay-per-view until 89.
Oh,
the first
Series.
Royal Rumble was 88, but it was on USA Network.
So then Survivor Series would have been their next big pay-per-view.
Yeah, the second biggest. Yeah.
So I was right.
Well, I was going over my
Yeah.
Rolodex to see if it was before SummerSlam, but yes, it was a year before
Yeah.
SummerSlam.
Now, we would obviously be remiss to not talk about the fact that The Undertaker debuted at Survivor Series.
Correct.
You don't get bigger than the Dead Man. His debut, the fanfare behind it, looked awesome with the chariot and the vulture.
Well, I mean, come out with Brother Love,
Yeah.
who is the second most recognizable sports entertainment personality since second only to Muhammad Ali. Yeah, yeah. Actually, and the funny thing about that is the team he debuted on was across the ring from Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah. Yep.
Which makes that full
Because
sense.
he debuted on the $1 Million Man's team, yeah?
Yes.
Yep. That's what I thought.
But Max had a question for this video to pose to us. What was the question?
I want a list of, let's say, top 5 of your favorite Survivor Series traditional matches.
Okay.
Can do that. Go ahead.
I don't know if I can give you 5 off the hammer.
Well, give us a few.
I can tell you what my all-time favorite Survivor Series match is. Traditional tag match wise.
Uh-huh.
The original 2005 Raw versus SmackDown team match. It was after the tragic passing of Eddie Guerrero. He was supposed to be part of the team after he defeated Ken Kennedy in the qualifying match and then died, the following week, 2 weeks before Survivor Series. But the teams were, the captain of Team Raw was Shawn Michaels with Carlito, Chris Masters, Big Show, and Kane. And they wrestled the team of SmackDown, which was the world champion Dave Bautista, Rey Mysterio, JBL, Bobby Lashley, and Randy Orton.
Yeah.
It would also led to the return of Undertaker on SmackDown that year. The coolest thing about that was how it starts and where it builds to. It starts on Raw Homecoming, I think, for the USA Network. Teddy Long had come out to, they were going to do a cross-promotional thing with SmackDown guys, and Eric Bischoff came out and shut him down and wouldn't let him do it and started laughing at them. So at the end of the program, all the SmackDown guys rushed the ring and started attacking whoever two guys were in the main event of that night. I don't remember. Maybe it was Orton and Cena.
Probably.
And so they come out, they attack, Raw guys attack, and that sets up for the feud. And talk about just one of the most fun builds. You didn't know what was going to happen. One episode, Big Show and Kane chokeslam Batista through a car. One episode, Shawn Michaels and JBL have like a fucking lumberjack match. It's a clinic. I don't know why people don't talk about that one more often, because JBL eats the super kick, but then when he catches Shawn Michaels with that fucking clothesline from hell, beautiful. All leads into the 8-man tag match. Randy Orton's last man standing for the team. Team SmackDown hoists him up. They're fucking celebrating. Then you hear the gong. The lightning strikes the stage. The flaming casket comes up. Taker punches through it, and just Orton looks like he shits himself. One of my favorite moments from Survivor Series ever.
I'm going to go with my favorite, which was Survivor Series 95. And it was the first ever wild card traditional Survivor Series match. One team was, let's see, how did it go? Razor Ramon was the team captain of one team, and on his team was, let's see, how did that? Yokozuna, Dean Douglas, and Owen Hart against the team of Shawn Michaels, Ahmed Johnson, Sid Vicious, and the British Bulldog. the best part of the whole thing is it's right after Michaels wasn't champion yet. It was that year leading up. Actually, it was a week before Michaels took the enziguri kick and went on to win the Rumble and everything. But the best part of the whole thing is that him and Sid had that feud.
Yeah.
Because he had jumped him and all that. Sid's got this guy hooked. I want to say Razor. He's got him hooked from behind. And Michaels gets in the ring, and he's like, kick him. And Michaels like, okay. So he starts tuning up the band. He goes for the kick. Razor ducks out of the way. He hits Sid. Sid goes down for the super kick, and Michaels looks at the camera and goes, fantastic.
That's pretty good.
Fantastic. Of course, the winners, Ahmed Johnson slams Yokozuna. And Ahmed. And the best part of the whole thing is Camp Cornette, at the time, was Yoko, Owen, and Bulldog.
Yep.
And they're on two separate sides of the team. Well, the Bulldog tries his hardest to help Yokozuna beat these two guys. Goes for a leg drop. Ahmed Johnson's covering Yoko. Goes for a leg drop. Misses Ahmed completely.
Yeah.
Drops a leg drop over Yokozuna. I don't know if it was a fucked up spot or a rib or what it was. And then, of course, just runs out of the ring. Well, when they start raising everybody's hand, Bulldog gets in the ring. He's like, yeah, we won. We did it. And the other two just kind of look at him. He's like, I'm going to go now. But, my favorite by far, a wild card match.
One of my other favorites, again, it was the Team Raw versus Evolution. It was Evolution consisting of Dave Bautista, Triple H, Ric Flair, and Randy Orton.
Was that the year?
And they wrestled Jericho, Benoit, Maven, and...
Yeah.
Jericho, no, because, I'm sorry, it was Evolution. It was Evolution and I believe Gene Snitsky. And they wrestled Jericho, Maven, Benoit, Orton.
That was it. There was four. It was 4-on-4. No, it wasn't Evolution.
It was 5-on-5. It was Triple H, Gene Snitsky, Ric Flair, and I think still Batista and somebody else. And they wrestled Randy Orton, Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, Maven, and a fifth guy.
I thought there was only 4.
Maybe it was 4. Maybe it was Triple H.
The winning
Batista,
team, every member of the team got
to be general manager. No, got to be general manager of
Raw
for a week.
Shelton
Benjamin. That's right. Yeah. So there was a fifth guy for Team Raw as well. Maybe it was Kane or somebody.
Probably.
But yeah. Again, the build up is super cool. It starts off with the guys on Raw. Bischoff takes the night off, so Evolution calls the shots. But then there's this great, at the beginning of the show, there's this scuffle where Triple H bumps into Jericho and they get nose to nose or whatever. And then Flair and Batista kind of come along and start muscling up. Well, then out of the corner, you see kind of Rhino step in, and then Benoit pushes in between all of them and just starts getting chest to chest with Triple H. So it's like, oh man, it's. I loved JR. One of my favorite things on commentary, one of my favorite calls of his is King. This is a powder keg because they're all just squaring off. You get to the main event, and it's Randy Orton versus Ric Flair. If Randy Orton loses, Randy Orton never gets another world title shot. Randy Orton loses. Flair's bleeding like a stuck pig. Well, as Evolution tries to leave, Benoit, Jericho, and Maven come down the ramp and stop them from leaving. So they come around and they try to get over the barricade, and Shelton, Benjamin, Hurricane, and Rosie stop them from getting on that side. Yeah. They walk to the other side. Raven and somebody, or not Raven, Tajiri, Rhino, and somebody else stopped them. Corner them up, they get them into the ring, and then Raw just beats the piss out of Evolution, leading into the big Survivor Series
Your fifth member for Triple H's team was Carlito.
Yes, it was. Yes, thank you. Yeah. So yeah, that's again Evolution versus Team Raw, one of my absolute favorites. Yeah, the build-up was fucking cool.
There's such good Survivor Series teams out there.
Yeah.
I mean, the traditional Survivor Series matches were always fantastic, and we might get a new one coming tomorrow. I mean, might have a new favorite. Never know.
Yeah, never know. You got one more?
Nope, I'm good.
You sure?
Yep.
Not even going to talk about what the Alliance versus the WWE Survivor Series match where we get the double turn?
We talked about that a couple weeks ago. Okay, I mean, if you need another one from me, it gets no better than...
Team Eddie versus Team Angle?
No, Team DX versus Team RKO.
Oh my gosh.
Triple H, Shawn Michaels, the Hardy Boys, and CM Punk versus RKO and their partners.
RKO, The Miz, Morrison, and somebody else.
The Miz, Morrison, and Chavo?
Could have been. I don't really remember.
Regardless, not a single team of DX lost. Not one. One member.
Yeah.
But the match was great because it was like, here comes the Hardy Boys. Here comes CM Punk.
Yeah.
Here comes DX. And it's like, who can beat these guys?
Yeah. Shawn Michaels throws that first super kick to eliminate probably Snitsky, I want to say.
Now, we're talking about
Or Mike Knox.
We're talking about the Survivor Series team matches, granted. Best thing I ever seen at Survivor Series, period, was the triple threat match between Michaels, Triple H, and John Cena for the title when they were DX. And they've been talking about it all week.
Yeah.
We're together on this, and as soon as the bell rings, Michaels super kicks Triple H right out the hammer.
This one we were all together for. When we were at Buffalo Wild Wings, the main event was Batista versus Booker T. And Booker T finally won the world title in the WWE and beat Batista with the axe kick. So, Survivor Series, one of our favorite pay-per-views. Obviously, it's one of the best. Great idea for Max to talk a little bit about the show. Again, let us know about some of your favorite Survivor Series moments. You can do that a plethora of ways. Check out our About section. Find our link for Facebook, our Twitter. Check us out on Twitch. Send us an email at prowrestlingthrowdown@gmail.com and stay tuned because we got more coming. There's more content. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, share it in the Twitter sphere.
Yeah.
Yeah.